Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, and my name is Legina Gold, and thank you guys for tuning in to the Gold Moon series. And in this video I'm going to be discussing is Capricorn Moon. So if you guys don't know what the moon sign is, basically how we react in our emotional sense. It's not just about the sun sign, and it's the way we act when we get in our emotional state. And having Capricorn here is like the opposite of Cancer, because Cancer rules the moon sign, it rules the emotional sign, and having Capricorn here is not very nurturing sign. It's how you guys viewed your mothers or anybody that's a feminine in your family, or how your father, it could be your father, because some people was raised with like a father figure as a mother figure. So having Capricorn, yeah, and I have my wine here mixed with other shit. So having Capricorn as your moon sign is not at home here. It's the opposite of the Cancer field, because Cancer known for being very nurturing and very like nurturing and expressive, and the mothers again, and the opposite of that is a Capricorn known for just going to work and just not emotional and not nurturing. It's like, is that a word space? So it's how you viewed your mother. And most people with Capricorn Moon basically had to take care of their mother. So you probably had like an older mother, probably had like someone that you had to take care of. It was like a no-nonsense house. You guys probably felt more just like the breadwinner, like somebody that you had to work for your mother's attention. You had to work, and it was not like a playtime. It was just like a work time. It was just more of a serious time. And having Capricorn here for emotional state, you guys don't express your emotions. You probably more just like someone that's like, it's hard for you guys to communicate your feelings. It's like a Scorpio moon type. It's hard for you guys to express yourself. And Capricorn is a earth sign, it's a cardinal sign, so it's like more of just like jumping into things and starting things and not really finishing things. So you probably just more in your emotional state and just feel like you want this at this time, and then probably jump and just feel like you want a different thing at a different time. So having a Capricorn moon, your mother probably just told you just to work your feelings away and just more good goals, and she didn't meet you in that nurturing sense. It was more of like, oh, she probably gave you everything you need, but what you needed was a nurturer. You probably needed somebody that was gonna be like, I love you. When you probably at home, you probably felt like it was a boot camp at home. You probably felt like it was just like no love there and no nurturing. So, and then it kind of made it hard for you to grow up and communicate with other people, because you're not used to that. Or unless you have like a different, like a strong Cancer or a strong like water sign, like something that's gonna overcome that. But when you get in your emotional state, you probably have to work. You probably just have to like get the money, or just detach and just not feel like you can be open. You probably feel like you have to show your love in a different way versus other people. And then having that as your mother, she probably was a elder lady. She was probably somebody that, even if she wasn't, she probably somebody you have to take care of. Like, you have to respect their feelings. You have to make sure not to step in their backside and their toes. You probably feel like it was more something you had to earn versus unconditional. Some people have this placement, could be either adopted or somebody just, like I said, you have to take care of your parents and your mom, and you have to nurture their feelings and not react because they was more expressive, and you probably feel like you can't. My nephew personally have a Capricorn moon, and I have a Capricorn in my third house, so the way we talk, you can't talk to me like like a baby. I don't talk to babies like a baby sometimes. I'm like, you gotta use your words, especially at a certain age. You're gonna have to use your words, buddy. But he do know how to switch. He know how to switch from talking, and then sometimes he don't want to talk, and that's a Cancer feel the opposite of each other. Cancer more expressive and just feel like, oh, do you love me? I want to hold you and I care. And then Capricorn is more just like, he don't like to be nurtured that well. He don't like to be touched. I don't know if that's because in my side, because we don't really normally like to be touched that much, or it's just more of just, he's just more of like stand his own ground. He's like his own person. He's like, and this emotional stuff, he like to be distant. He's more of just like, work. When you tell him to do something, he's only like 1. His birthday is coming up. It's tomorrow. He's well, we too. So he's very sufficient at a young age. He don't, his emotional stuff, when he get in his tantrum, he's more of just to himself. And he could also, being a cardinal sign, you kind of mimic sometimes too with other people. And if you see other people get away with that, he might actually try to do that, just because, in fact, Capricorn is known for being opportunist. So if it's an opportunity for you to get away with things or try to do it, then that's what he's gonna do. He's Aquarius, so and I feel bad for you just guys, just because, in fact, no kids have to raise their mom. No kids have to take in a place of, instead of just being like a nurturing time and you viewed your mother, you probably feel like you might have to get a job early. And it just depends. Sometimes in the other sense, you might just feel like, oh, your mom was the one that had a job, got it done, and just did a lot of things, and probably was always working a lot, and just probably somebody that was like, wasn't really there. They probably treated you like a father sometimes. They probably like, well, I put food on the table and all the other stuff, so what else do you want from me? You just want that quality time. Sometimes you just want that feeling of being loved, and you probably like that. It was more just like, no, you're gonna have to do this and do that, and you probably just feel like you can't really express how you feel, because that's how you is. And you have to understand, when we come into this natal chart and this blueprint, you guys kind of chose it. We all chose a lot of things. We do have a lot of control, but we don't know that as a kid. We just go through the matrix and just live that life. So, and she probably showed you that, because it's a good thing to have. You probably the one that's gonna make money or do things that's gonna be beneficial of you. So when it's like in your nurture or something, you probably want somebody to take care of you. If it's different, it's the difference grand scheme of things. One might want somebody to take care of them, in the other sense might feel better if they're working. And it depends on how you guys resonate and want to express your emotional sense. It's very like stagnant here. It's like uncomfortable here, because you feel this thing. It's an earth sign, you feel it for sure, but it's feel like you can't, and that's not the sign to do it for. And the sign, you probably want somebody else to fight your battle and express how you really want to feel and how you want to go about life. So you want somebody that's gonna work for you, or work and provide for you. But y'all understand that Capricorn is more of the one that's gonna get it done and implement it and show other people how to do it. And your emotional signs, sign, you probably want like a good ass career. You want something that's gonna be a long term and lasting term. You don't put yourself in certain situations that's gonna not be well in the future. You don't like that. You want something that's more practical and more stability. If you're gonna be in a relationship with somebody, you want to see the future and see how y'all mesh well together, and a long outcome, not a short one. Even though it's a cardinal sign, you guys are the one that's practical too. You guys are the one just like, nah, if it don't make sense, then I'm not really going to do it. It doesn't make sense for me. And you guys are also could be stuck in your ways in that sense too. Cancer is a cardinal sign as well too, so if it's not nurturing, you can be very cold and detached and not caring. You got to understand, a lot of people do, some people do expect you guys to be cold, so I mean warm and nurturing. So don't be too cold to people, don't be too detached sometimes, because it could hurt people feeling. And if you feel like you can't say it, then try. And that because it's an emotional state. So you're emotional wise, you're trying to get a job, you're trying to get a career that's going to benefit you. Want something lasting and very last long. And you guys, it's a hard sign to have in an emotional space, because you feel like you can't tell nobody. You have to do this all on your own, and you have to watch out for being an opportunist. You might feel like somebody have to like take care of you and raise you and all that other stuff, or coddle you and expect them to know. And it's just a lot of things to deal with a Capricorn moon sign. And I feel like sorry for you guys, maybe because my nephew, and then I know other people. It's like nobody have to. If you're the best sign to have in a moon sign is a Cancer sign or water signs, except for Scorpio obviously, because you guys deal with your own. But everybody else is just like more just hard. It's hard for you guys to Because I know I have an Aries moon. I had to do a lot of things by myself, but I also was able to express how I felt. You guys probably feel like you can express how you feel, and the only way you can is when through working, or when it benefits other people, or when it benefits yourself. And it's tough. That's very tough. So, but it's a good thing because everybody needs to work. Like, if you're probably not going to be the one to choose. You're probably just going to be like, oh, let me go work. That's good. Do that. Well, for me personally, I'm like, Taurus, you better be loyal. But then again, you are opportunists, so you might try to use people too. So try not to use people. Try to be like in the best version of yourself, and think about other people's experiences. And it's okay to express how you feel to other people, no matter if they're gonna accept it or not. So go ahead and do that, because it's in a world where everybody expressing their own self. So why not you guys? Why not everybody have to listen to it? So it's not that deep, but it can be intense for you guys. So don't be closing up to people. Don't close up and not say anything and feel like you have to be stone cold. Alright? So I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course I'm going to be posting more. So I hope you guys watch more. This is for y'all. Bye.